her to speak about like the first time that we encountered the notion of youth agency, meaning like that togetherness feeling, or like we did this project called About Me, and what we had to do was we had to take a picture of ourselves, glue it onto the page, and then we had to fill out certain. It was very prescribed. So yes, we had a platform to express ourselves and to kind of share our identities, but it was very limited, and I felt like I was very kind of like...
When I was young, I always loved school, but I never liked sharing my own stories or creating my own stories. I never thought of myself as a creative person.
School and personal life is so interconnected, and things that might be going on in a child's personal life can really affect them at school, and I think sometimes we forget about that. I know for me, when I was young, I lost someone really close to me, and that did really impact.
The About Me piece is upsetting to me now because it lacked a sense of deep connection. I missed the opportunity to express who I really am. Who inspires me? Where do I find meaning? What are my passions? What about my hopes, dreams, and fears? What are my goals? And to me, this was an important piece that was just missing.
To act a certain way as a Canadian, but when I'm with my family, especially back home in Thailand, they have a different set of expectations. They're like, you can't touch a man's head, and you're like, you can, you know, like walk like that or act like this. You gotta sit like this, like a lady. Find a way to just be myself, but it's hard. Like, who am I? Sometimes I ask. I feel like I'm different in depending on the context. So the true struggle for me is, where is my true voice? You know,
as educators,
true self.
What do we need to focus on? What are some of the questions we need to think about when we're going into a classroom, when we're faced with a new group of lovely children who are looking expectant?
One thing is always to remember that everyone is a teacher, and everyone is also the wonderful youths. We met just the other day.
Kaif and Far?
Kaif and Far, how they felt as though there wasn't really a space for them to express themselves and kind of connect with their own sense of identities in their own communities. Being Somali women, they created that space for them, and they were able to do that with the digital, right? Like, they were able to kind of
get their story out there, and now they can say, I shared my story, my story's out there, I matter. I don't have to wait for someone else to tell my story, I can tell it for myself. About bridging the divide, there's a huge divide around the world and in Canada in regards to access. So yes, the digital world allows us to elevate those voices, but that doesn't mean that everyone is in that space. And that's an unfair assumption for us to make as educators.
Figure out
so
safe ways of navigating, and safe ways of, and also distinguishing between like fake news and what's real, and being critical of what you're reading, right?
Because the world is very digital. If you are not, same in the past, if you couldn't read, you were lacking some sort of power, and if you can't navigate the digital, then you're also lacking power.
Yep.